Suck it in good. Suck it in good.
The next hour. At the end of it.
Stop. Right, sorry, Owen. That was probably the wrong moment for you to put those headphones on.
Getting everything.
Alright, are we good?
Good to go.
Alright. Hey guys, camera number one.
Yeah.
Camera number one. Whoops.
Reorientate.
Alright. And welcome back to Tree Bark for another episode of the Coffee Course.
Yeah, the glorious tree bark.
I know, thank you. So what are we doing today? We're talking a little bit about some new coffee we're trying out, I think.
Yeah. I think it's really cool in Galway that we're sharing coffees around. Always good to share coffees. Yeah, like you said earlier, try as much coffee as you can to help yourself, to educate, to learn more and enjoy coffee. So today I have 2 bags for you from Assembly, based in 2 cameras, camera 1, camera 2, in the UK, in London.
Yeah.
We have one from Timor-Leste and one from Rwanda. The Timor-Leste is interesting because it's actually a refund, or not a refund, a refund. It's not a GoFundMe, but they're raising funds for the flood relief that in Timor-Leste that happened on Easter weekend, which was April.
April,
Yeah. So there's a big initiative now to promote the coffee from there, so that they funds can go back to them for the relief. So, and it's actually a really nice coffee. It's a washed coffee. I've never actually had coffee from here before.
No, I haven't either, and I'm also, this would be a first for me when I tried it from these guys.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm liking their packaging.
Yeah. The art is from someone on the back, Claire Wallace, which is cool. So they actually get artists to do their
Okay, to do
packaging, which is
different,
really nice,
yeah.
yeah.
The actual material though,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's kind of hard to see it on camera, but it's almost, I think, as you described it, almost linen-y.
Yeah.
Seems like it'd be compostable, would it?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Maybe
like it
don't
would.
drop water on it.
Yeah.
Dissolve.
Interesting enough though, not a whole lot of information on that bag.
That is true. I really had to go looking for it. It's all on the website, but yeah, I mean, if you're trying to look for it in a shop, for example, and you don't know, all you know is Timor-Leste and it's washed, and this one's natural from Rwanda. It's not a lot to go off.
But I guess they're probably, their market, I guess, is people who are into their coffee.
Yeah.
Like that's probably enough information for them,
And Assembly have they have a reputation, so people know who they are. Yeah. But still, I mean, if you're getting into coffee, like I'm always trying to make it accessible as possible. So I guess it's one of the downsides.
Funny enough, I was talking to someone who is just starting, not here in Ireland, but roasting, and we talked a bit about bag design. And for me, I was like, the information needs to be clear.
Yeah.
I mean, they were kind of pitching a whole like, oh, it's interesting concept, and I was like, but like, if you need to explain the concept of your packaging to me when I pick up the bag, you've lost already.
Yeah.
Like, I should just be able to pick it up and go, okay, I got the information I need. It's nice if it looks nice. Yeah, of course it is. I mean, we've seen it here. You probably see it in Cali, that certain things do draw people's eye in terms of bag design. But if you need to stop what you're doing to tell the person what the hell is going on with that bag of coffee, then I don't think they're doing the right job,
Yeah. Especially in Ireland, like, you have to look at your market as well. And in Ireland, we're definitely in a moment now in coffee where we need to push it. Everyone's drinking coffee, so we need to push, especially
the good coffee.
We need to push that. Yeah. So you have to have the information there, make it as you said, as accessible as possible, which is important. So yeah.
Cool. I look forward
so there
to
you go.
this. You've tried both of these yourself?
I have, yeah. Really fruity from the Rwanda, and the Timor-Leste, surprisingly, it's just a really all-round good cup.
Okay,
So.
great. And for you, and by the way, the idea of what we're doing here is credit mostly to Eilish, to be fair.
Yeah.
We were talking.
Who's not here?
Who's
Thanks,
not here?
Eilish.
Who couldn't be arsed being here?
Who likes her anyway? No,
but we like her anyways. Yeah. Her idea was that, especially more so when people work in coffee, the amount of coffee you have access to starts to get kind of ridiculous, and you want to try as much as you can, but unless it's your own business, you going around buying a 15-20 euro bag of coffee maybe a few times a week to try stuff is crazy. So her idea was, and this is something we might look into in the future, is almost like a coffee exchange where I buy a bag and I'm going to split it between you and Eilish, and maybe we'll even give some to Owen, who knows.
Yeah.
If Owen gets lucky.
Poor Owen, if he gets lucky, he might get fed today.
Yeah. And then that way you do get to have that broader experience and try different stuff. Because, like, what I'm giving you here now is from Sumo. Sumo by Daniel Hobart, to give him the full name on the bag, based in Dublin. Daniel, former World Coffee Taster Champion, 2019, I think.
Yeah.
New enough to the Irish market, new enough roasters in general. Very few places in Ireland actually stock them, to be fair. I think, as you said, it was a conscious decision for him to maybe approach more the European market because it's a little different.
There's big hype behind them though, it's cool.
Yeah, and to be fair, I would say based on the 3 bags that we got for sale here, and then the couple of other kind of more expensive stuff that I bought for myself to try, that would be hard to sell in the shop just because the price point is that good bit higher.
Yeah.
But I definitely wanted to try it out. The hype is justified.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is. Yeah.
So I think, and I gave you some of his other one last week.
Yeah.
But what's a really interesting experience here is here's some of the stuff that we do sell here in the shop. This particular one is from Colombia. It's a natural. Great coffee. And then the other one we have is Rwandan as well, actually.
Oh, nice.
Natural experimental. What I really like about these coffees is like they're just so juicy and fruity and winey, and just the bit different to the usual filter experience for me. Should be drank hot. Warm at least. I don't get mine cooled down.
Yeah.
I found the best experience with these is to drink them hot, and as Daniel recommended, he likes to give these coffees a good long rest. So I did try them a couple of days after we got them, and then tried them again after 10, 12 days. There was a big difference.
Great to do that.
This is going to sound ridiculous, but it's almost, as we said, almost too good.
Yeah.
This particular one, you couldn't have this all the time. It would
the
ruin
thing,
other coffees for you.
Yeah.
You know, but it was also ruin your wallet if you were buying this all the time too.
Yeah.
So there are your 2.
Thank you. I actually really look forward to it.
Yeah, I think you will. You will enjoy it.
Like
I just stuck with straightforward V60.
Cool.
To try out and see, but I guess crack away, whatever your preferred method.
Yeah.
God knows you're a man with every coffee brewer known to man in your arsenal. So
how can I make the best cup?
I know, right?
Tell me. Yeah, and like you said, just to add to your point, it's cool to share coffee bags, even like, they're opened, but we want to share them. I mean, I'm not going to finish the whole bag, so I pass it on. I remember when I was getting into coffee first, when you get, I don't know, that sort of appetite for it, you just want to consume as much knowledge and taste as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
And of course, you can't afford €20 a bag, and you can't afford that. So to have people sharing bags, allowing you to actually taste, it's a great experience.
And to be fair too, I think something we do need to say is that we're not necessarily saying that €20 a bag is too much.
No,
in fact, to be honest, in a lot of circumstances, it's probably not enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
But unfortunately, that's the reality of the market.
Yeah.
In which we operate. I said this, I think last week, is like everyone could open a different type of business, a food business, and charge whatever they want based on the setup. But with coffee, you got to operate inside what people deem to be acceptable prices. Like our cheapest bag of coffee here is €14.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty reasonable for what it is.
Yeah.
But I know for someone who's only starting out or getting into it, that to them, when they're used to buying stuff for $6 in Aldi or something, is going to,
one level to next is huge.
Yeah.
But like you said, I hope the more that we do this, the more people understand, realize, and they're willing and understand that they need to pay more for their coffee at the end of the day.
In fact, I think we might link. You posted a great article the other day from.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really good.
I saved it. I sent it to someone else.
Yeah.
And it was basically them breaking down why we should be paying more for coffee.
Yeah.
That's a particularly good read, so we'll put that in the show notes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. I think that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to brewing this.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Cheers.